Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk with you about all the planner chaos that is going on because of the different planner launches which are extremely overwhelming for people like me who have a fear of missing out on the various choices that are available in the market right now. Now, if you are calm, cool, and collected, unlike me, I would love to hear your advice on what people like me could do to, deal with the situation. As of right now, I have only one solution that, sort of works for me in managing this issue. And frankly, a major advice that never worked for me as well. So let us start with that. What didn't work for me? A common advice that I get is don't watch those planner videos of launches. See, when I'm told not to do something, I really want to do it. So, not watching those videos is not going to work simply because there is that tinge of curiosity to see what is available right now. And, maybe there is something out there that could prove to be a perfect planner for me and may bring about planner peace in my life. So, I always want to see what is available. Maybe something better than a Hobonichi because that is what I've been using for a long amount of time. But right now, what I can tell you is I have done something which I've been doing almost every year when it is planner season, planner launch season, which is simply creating a list. Okay, now calling it a list would be wrong, I would say, because it is frankly several lists. So, what I do is I take one of these old notebooks which I use for brainstorming and brain dumping as such, and I start creating lists there. Now, this is not my list, I'm just showing you this, but I'll tell you how to go about it. So, what you have to do basically is kindly evaluate your current system. So, look at your lineup and see what is working for you, what is not working for you, write that down. If you have categories like I have, like work, church, write that down as well. Obviously, if you prefer to have all in one planner, that is also your preference, go ahead and write that down. Then, based on all the videos that you have watched, maybe you can write a list of whatever is your choice at that point of time. Maybe you want a Hobonichi or a Sterling Ink or the Rosy Life Planner. Write all your choices down for each category. Once you have done that, start cutting down. Okay, obviously you don't need multiple planners for one category. See their pros and cons, start cutting down as required. Now there are various things that will help you to cut down. One major point that helped me to cut down on my list is the price. Okay, so when you make the list, write down the price of each item that you are writing down about. So write down the price of each item. Now, just to clarify something over here, when I tell you to make a list, frankly, this, as I told you, is not the correct list. I need you to be very specific. So you should have all planners, notebooks, anything that you are going to buy from that website on your page. For example, if I'm buying from Hobonichi, I tend to buy covers, maybe wallets, or like the week's covers, or clear covers, notebooks, any stationery that you are buying from them. Write every small thing down along with their price. Once you have done that, if you are like me and if you care about your hard earned money, I'm pretty sure once you write all of these down, see to that you total the amount. And once you see the amount, probably you will have a little bit of a fainting spell. But then after that, that amount will knock some sense into you and you will realize that you have to cut it down. You have to cut the list short. Okay, so in my case, this was not the list. I had a very long list. I think it didn't cross one page, but nevertheless, it was very long. And once I wrote down the amount, oh my goodness, the amount was horrific. So after I saw that, I just knew I had to cut it down. Now, see to that you are not writing items just for the sake of writing it down. Of course, when you write it the first time around, it's fine. Then check whether you actually need it for anything. For example, when it came to my list from Hobonichi, I had actually written, I think, about five notebooks in the list. Now, I do not know whether you've seen the Hobonichi website. They are now those notebooks that they have in A5 and A6, they are actually coming with pretty covers now. Earlier it used to be just the plain cover. Now they have the designs on the covers. For example, this year they are coming out with the Moomin design on the cover, then I think the Starry Night as well, and several other covers from previous years. So what happened is that when I saw, I immediately thought, I don't really have a purpose for them, but I'd like to add it to my, stash so that I can use it later, since I can't really order from Hobonichi all the time. Then when I saw the amount, I realized that I don't need so many notebooks. Okay. I needed one because there was a major reason I want a notebook for next year, but I don't need so many. So I have actually cut down from five to directly one. Um, and that is all that I need. So that is something that you could do. Another thing what you can do to cut down on your list is simply maybe choose to buy from fewer planner companies instead of buying from several different places. I understand that this may not work for all of you because it is sometimes overwhelming to see all those choices, and there may be a one specific planner from a particular company that you like, another from a different company, and you cannot really eliminate any of them. But I have purposely decided to do that because as someone who has to pay international shipping on all those websites, it is extremely expensive for me to buy from several planner companies. I had to limit my planner companies to the current number simply because I cannot afford to buy from all of them. So maybe that is something that you could consider. Now, the earlier example that I had given of the Hobonichi notebook. So frankly, I'll tell you, the notebook that I actually wanted was from the Rosy Life Planner. She has a notebook which is in A5 size and various other sizes that is very thick. So I think she has several versions which have 500 pages, which have 800 pages, and such. While the Hobonichi has only around pages of 244. Well, I don't remember. It was something in 200. So it was very less compared to what I needed. But I still decided to go for Hobonichi because there is nothing else that I want to buy from her website. And just for that one book, I will have to pay international shipping as well as any other charges once it enters my country. So I have just decided to stick to Hobonichi in that sense. I do not know whether this will work for you, but maybe this is something that you could consider. Then, once you have cut it all short, and maybe it's a very short number now, see to that you're adding one more cost, which is shipping. Maybe it is not international shipping for all of you, but whatever shipping amount you have, if you have a rough idea of how much it will come to, kindly put it down. So if you can maybe go back to your last year's order and check what was the amount and write a rough amount. It doesn't have to be exact. Or another thing that you could do is, like, something that I do is I just make a fake shopping cart. I add things, take it to checkout and see how much it is adding up to. So that is also something that you could do. Additionally, you can also put in any other charges if it is an international order, and any other charges that are applicable in your country. So this is something that will help you to cut it down further, because once you see the total amount, you will realize how much you're spending on your planner purchases for next year. Now, this so far has helped me create a list right now, not this list, a list that I am quite happy with because it is balanced. See, the list that you create, I feel, should not be so disappointing that you are extremely sad about next year's planners. You should actually be able to enjoy it. Okay. Now, my current list is something that, I can see myself, awaiting with, excitement because I love the choices that I've made, and I'm, just waiting to make the purchase. But at the same time, it should not be so excessive that I will regret the amount that I've spent later on. So it is not that either. Right now, I have a balance of both. I'm quite happy with my list, and I am really excited on how it will turn on the actual day I will purchase it. Of course, if you have any other better suggestions for me in how I can deal with this situation a little more better and manage my shopping impulses a little more better, I would love to hear from you. So I hope you have a wonderful planner season. Enjoy it instead of being stressed. See you next time. Bye.